Good afternoon and welcome to the first daytime live podcast episode of the Bonnet Chronicles. My wonderful and beautiful friend, Miss Ciana, is our special guest today. We're going to be talking about holistic medicine and plant. What is it? Holistic what?
Holistic health and plant medicine.
And plant medicine, which is an alternative to pharmaceutical.
Modern medicine.
Yeah, modern medicine or whatever. Okay, so tune in, get your notepads out, get ready to take some notes. Any questions and concerns, just go ahead and start dropping them, and then you already know how we do it. We're gonna run it. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit more, my beautiful friend?
Hi. I am Ciana, Catherine. I'm a doer of all kinds of cool shit.
I second this.
And I am here today to give people alternatives to the way you live your health life, the way you see medicine, the way you see health, different shit like that. I don't know everything, but I know a good amount of shit.
You know enough, man.
All kinds of shit.
Yeah, you've helped me along the way. We'll discuss that later.
We'll discuss that later.
Yeah. Oh, we're fine. All right. Well, you want to get into it? You want to tell people the good stuffs?
Well, so like holistic health, it's a focus on life versus the actual medical issue, versus illness. We have every component that we need in us already, and we're built up of like physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual beings. And in order for you to have homeostasis and duality in your life, good and bad always, like there's other alternatives of how to get there.
Yeah. Okay. So, in terms of other ways to like get there, most of these treatments and stuff that I be seeing out here, and I'm just speaking, this is just my opinion, I'm not saying this is the thought of anybody, okay, so don't get all whatever.
These is my thoughts.
Right. I do not believe in pills.
No.
I do believe in self-medicate, which is, perfectly fine.
Natural remedies.
Natural remedies.
Land.
Grown, that you just so happen to roll up. You know what I'm saying? And everyone can take two from there. But I find there's nothing wrong with that. I find that to be a lot more helpful than the treatments that I've been given prior. Because, little personal note, because this is what I'm saying, this is why you should always go get checked, and then you take the steps after that. As soon as they diagnose a problem or whatever, then you can go from there. Well, after my second child, what's it called? And I had gone to the doctor's office. They found certain cells on my cervix, and it was a very scary. It was a very, very scary doctor's meeting because he was just. It was. I was married, military at the time. And he was just so very straightforward with it. He was a military doctor. I mean, of course, he was used to talking to soldiers all day, so who the fuck was I? I was just a military wife, So he pretty much just laid it out on me. He was like, we can go in. If we leave any, they're going to come back and they're going to take your ass out. I'm over here, a mother to a daughter already. I'm pregnant with my second one. And my husband's about to deploy. This runs in my family super tough. It's like the women in my family are born to die, which we all are. But, it's just, I don't know what the fuck. So when I left that doctor's office, never once did I ever go back. Never once did I ever go back. For the simple fact that I was not going to allow someone else to determine how the fuck I was going to die. Like I said, hey, the more you know, right? You don't ever fucking know. But yeah, so like I said, it's real personal. From then on, I did try, I guess, the the treatments or whatever the fuck, my kids would have to pick me up. They would have to pick up, throw up, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Sometimes I couldn't take care of them. I'd be in bed. It was horrible. It was horrible. I feel like the treatments nowadays are meant for you to die. It's meant to suck your pockets and for you to fucking die. Like I said, these are just my opinions. Just my opinions. Yes, our thoughts and my opinions. So after that, I left the doctor's office. I continued to do research on my own. And this was hard because this was when the internet wasn't too, available. Like, you really had to go to the fucking library and, like, yeah, bro, I'm one of those. The Dewey Decimal System and shit like that. I don't give a fuck. You guys know how fucking old I am. I'm auntie, bitch. And then I'm, like, Brittany, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But, I started doing my own research, started trying stuff out, different vitamins, different combinations and stuff like that. I decided to add an element because it kept on coming out in my research. And that was, like I said, I'm not promoting the use of how it's not legal in all states yet, so I'm not going to say the word. But no. At this point, because you know how they get sensitive and stuff. At this point in time, it is what it is. We probably kind of already knows. So I started indulging in that on a daily basis. Take it how you want. To this very day, my daughter, when I found out, she is 17 years old now. And I'm still fucking here. My mom passed away. A tumor grew throughout her body and took her ass out. And me, I did the complete opposite. Started taking care of my body, what I ate, what I consumed, what I was around. And I completely started self-medicating. You know what, we're just gonna fucking say it. Self-medicating, marijuana, like I said, it is legal now, so don't, people got permits and stuff like that, so don't try it. Don't try it, you hating assholes. I'm telling you, it'd be crazy. You already know the fucking story. You've been around me forever. So anyways, I started self-medicating since then. And I'm still fucking here. I'm still here. I'm not telling you that it will save your life. Don't quote me. But it saved mine.
And holistic medicine, plant medicine, because if you think about it, that is plant medicine.
Teas,
plant medicine. You
take the seeds, so you do teas, you do, all types of soups. You can do basically anything.
There's like over 20 types of like holistic remedies, medicine, plants, things that people can put into their diet. And not just your gut diet, your mental diet, your emotional diet, your spiritual diet, in order to fix the cells that are in our bodies naturally. Because
of all the processed shit that we're eating. We're slowly destroying ourselves. We're slowly destroying ourselves. It's not just from the medicine that we are consuming. It's also the shit that we are consuming. It's all processed. We really don't even know where all of our food comes from.
No.
Do you know how much livestock there is really in the fucking world? How are you guys really feeding billions of people? There's not that much fucking animals.
No, you need to watch Poisoned on Netflix.
I've heard so many, but you know me, I can't sit still for too long. I haven't. I know it's fucked up. I know the shit that I be eating or choosing to eat sometimes is all the way fucked up. Who doesn't? Who doesn't know this already? But it's just it's convenient. Yeah. They've made it very convenient for us and stuff like that. That's why I wanted just to express, like I said, my podcast is to share personal shit, to share realistic shit, opinions, facts, whatever. You can take my story, you can run with it, you can use it to inspire yourself or not. It's up to you. When my sister, when my sister passed away from, her cancer, we were rubbing CBD oil on the bottom of her feet. It was helping her. So, like I said, CBD oils, actual fucking marijuana, like, hey,
mushrooms,
there you go. Hey,
so many different kinds of stuff.
Like I said, it was put here for a fucking reason. But I just feel like it is considered bad or illegal or looked down upon or frowned upon is because they can't make no money off of it yet.
Can't regulate it.
They can't regulate it yet.
And especially, so I work with indigenous medicine. That's where I started in holistic or plant medicine. It wasn't on weed. Like, yeah, I smoked when I was a kid, but
No, you've been on some fucking amazing retreats, girl.
yeah,
Like,
I travel around the world to study holistic medicine, plant medicine. Been all over South America, just learning about what the land gives to us. You know, in order, like how our ancestors healed themselves, healed their families, and so there's so many other avenues of holistic or plant that people can do. Like, weed might not work for somebody, but learn how to drink a tea, learn how to meditate and pray over yourself. You don't even have to use anything. Like, just plant medicine is also just grounding yourself in the earth, going outside and putting your feet in the dirt and sitting there, letting your asshole get some sun.
The sun is amazing.
Vitamin D on your asshole. It's an amazing thing. I'm always happy, you know, but
it's because I think a lot of people, I think a lot of
but there's so many
I think
ways
a lot of
to
people,
heal
like,
ourselves,
they get,
you know,
like, they get afraid that they're gonna be laughed at.
yeah.
So they look the other way. You know what I'm saying?
Weird, witchy lady or Pinky Forever. My neighbors all know me as the girl that sits outside and dances around a fire. You know, I go outside and I burn some shit, letting the universe have it back. And I have little sister circles. You should come along, definitely, please. I know you don't like being around other people.
Somebody said grounding with a whole bunch of exclamation marks.
Grounding. Yes,
grounding is so beneficial to your mind, to your endorphins, to your serotonin, to the fucking spinal fluid in your body, like,
especially with everything that we're consuming, just in the air, internet wise, work wise, family wise. Like, you have to take care of yourself internally, externally, mentally, emotionally, physically, in order for you to take care of anyone else. And I know that some people don't have that luxury to, like, sit back and chill, because it's always at a half. Everything's always just going. It's just always momentum. Everything's always just going. So, for someone that needs to sit the fuck down real quick and just take a real fucking nice chill pill, like, what kind of teas? Like, what would you recommend for them to do? Is there any kind of foods or teas that could actually, like, give someone that calmness so that their brain can kind of sort of catch up to them?
Fruits.
Because I be drinking the raspberry.
Raspberry! You're old enough, you know where that's from. Raspberry! Sorry. Okay, I'd say, like, kiwis. Kiwis are good with calming the mind.
I can't.
I remember I made a post about it a while back when I was doing installation, and I was telling the guys about kiwis because you had told me, and he was like, well, how many do you eat every morning?
That ain't none of your business.
Bitch.
I was giving you a tip. So kiwis, bananas for teas, chamomile, spearmint. Spearmint is good for the brain.
Okay.
Even honestly, just warm water with a little bit of Himalayan salt. It lets your circulation open up. Even just go outside. Just go outside if you need to ground yourself or calm yourself down. Go outside and find a place that you can take your shoes off and put your feet in the ground. Even for like 5 minutes. Promise you, it'll, like, bring you back to center. Yeah. I be fucking with downsides. I be hugging trees, all kinds of trees.
Fucking tree hugger. Fucking, I'm a tree hugger. Whatever. Fight me. I'm just peaceful shit.
Wait.
Look, man, I stumbled across.
And hug trees?
Yes.
Yeah, I hug trees all the time. Do you know how much knowledge is in that tree?
No, so I was always interested in that, but I never understood. Like, that's why I was.
That's actually bonding.
With the.
Because it grows, right? It's alive. Yeah. Because only things that are alive grow, right?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you consider something that is, like, it's growing? It gives life. It lets off air. It lets off something that we can survive off of. it gives off life.
Because I do remember
That's something
when I
that's
was in
alive, and a lot of
elementary
people.
school, and we used to go outside. My PE teacher, she used to go outside and she used to hug this one tree.
Yeah, I'm
Fucking love-
fucking
I
right.
love your
and
PE
it
coach.
was a big, it was
Big
it
ass
was
tree.
this big tree, and it was always full of leaves. But it was like
Yeah,
every
I
time,
would-
like
I would
every
go sit
time the
next to it and
seasons
hug
would
that shit
change,
all
you know
the
how
time.
it would turn like yellow, but it never did that. It was always green, and she'd always go outside, and she was always hug the tree, and I was like, why is she going outside and hugging?
Because she understood.
All it needed was love.
Because she understood.
All it needed was love, and if
And
it
then they
never
would have
like.
little flowers right there, and she would go get water bottles, and she would go water the little
I
flowers.
love that teacher for you. I'm glad you remember that teacher.
Yeah, her name was Miss Goldie.
I used to have
Miss
a teacher.
Goldie, you made an impact
Miss
on my
Goldie.
daughter's life. I hope you hug every tree in the world, lady.
You want to know something
You
funny
made
about
an
that?
impact.
My English teacher back at America's High School, his name was Mr. Black. Shout out Mr. Black. He was the coolest white guy ever. And his wife, she was a little Hindu lady.
Hold on.
Wait, so he's a white teacher, but his name was Mr. Black.
Right on. Righteous.
Right on,
And
sir.
his wife was the most beautiful, like, Hindu woman, and she would carry her babies on her. Like, they had twins, and she would carry them on her. And they would ride their little bikes to school every morning. And I actually used to smoke weed with Mr. Black and his wife every morning after they got to know me, because I was the person that sold all stuff. That's another story. But
What's
they
up?
realized this.
It's
and
because you guys have to understand, like, this right here. We've come a long way.
we've come a long way.
So, like, we've come a long way, bro.
But,
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
So, I guess this was also one of the first times I really learned about plant medicine. So I thought it was weed that we were smoking the whole time, right? And it was actually herbs. She would, and I was a very good student. Yes, I ditched a lot and blah, 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 and I sold a lot of stuff. But I loved being at school. But I think it was because of him, that teacher. Well, at least that year. And I thought it was weed that they were smoking with me the whole time. But it was herbs. She would crush up rosebuds and lavender and chamomile and all kinds of stuff. And that's what her and her husband would, it was like their morning coffee in the
I
morning.
know people that smoke like rose herbs.
Yeah, I put it in my
weed.
Yeah, I be putting, like, that's the
She's
stuff.
already putting in my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I go on a website and I buy containers of rose or lavender and I'll put it in my stuff because the lavender is soothing.
Calming.
The rose is good for your brain. Sage is good for,
Somebody
circulation.
named Tom said that he went to Elephant Butte he said, I went to Elephant Butte a few weeks ago. I was barefoot the whole time. I got home and stayed up another 8 hours. He said grounding is real.
Very real. And
Energized.
it energized you. It brought you back to
And
earth.
you were out in the open.
And, yeah.
That's just
Good.
Yeah.
I'm what? That's what's up for you. I'm happy for you.
Tom.
I fucks with
It's really-
Tom.
and it's people think that it's just like hippie shit, like walking around without your shoes on outside. Like, no, like you that's
It's
that's
not the only
herbs.
thing herbs that we consume. Everyone just pretty much says, like, if you consume marijuana, oh, you're a pothead. Negative.
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 And sometimes it might not be a marijuana. Maybe I'm smoking some lavender. and rose.
Exactly. Because,
You
like
know?
how I said, I continue to do my checkups and stuff like that. And I'm not going to tell you which doctor because I cannot quote him because, of course, this quote could, like, destroy. But he was just like, I cannot advise you to continue self-medicating. But what I am going to tell you is that's the reason you're still here.
There you go.
So, like I said, nameless, because supported me through my whole journey, has never judged me, has never nothing. I love this doctor. I love him till forever. So, yeah. So, like I said, the proof is in the pudding. I've been a walking testimony for about 17 years now. 17 fucking years. All of my kids have received, I guess, that vaccine, I guess, because it was available for them. That, I guess, that shot that they give them for their cervix and stuff like that.
Oh, the
the
HPV?
HPV thing. And that was because, my babies are safe.
I had HPV also when I was 14.
I've heard a lot of women are like born with that. It develops. And then that's another misconception. That no, yes, it is labeled as an STD, but you know, some people, you know, that's how some people like label it because they're dicks and they're uninformed. But no, it's not. Some women develop this, and it's naturally, you know, it's just they're naturally born with it, and it's fucked up. It's fucked up because, like how I said, a lot of people have a lot of misunderstandings and misconceptions about STDs and sexually transmitted diseases and stuff like that. I see that you be going off, and you be very informative, very, very informative, because it's like you guys barely Google something, and it's like the first sentence you guys read, that's what you guys go off of. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's really...
Even like within women, you know, we have our pH, and
yes,
something can seem very off with you, and it's not a sexually transmitted disease. It's something that us women just have in us. Our flora gets messed up, our pH gets messed up, and having a better diet, holistic diet,
even the clothing
that you wear, it can change that. But in men, it turns into something else, you know.
How so?
Like UTI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that. But they can't get it. Like, it's something that they can't get, so that's why men don't understand when a woman says, "You've knocked my pH off," or "I have BV," or "I have vaginosis," or, you know, these things they're sexually transmitted, but it's not a sexually transmitted disease.
Mm-hmm. And it could also be from, like, people not taking showers before,
right.
or you know, uncircumcised dicks, or you know, or women, or it's just there's like
where did we go with this?
No, because this is what happens on this fucking podcast. We talk about holistic shit, and we talk about you know, some fucking off the wall shit, because this is informative right here, because this is the things that nobody wants to talk about.
Or like yoni steams. Yoni steams for women.
How important are those?
Yoni steams are so important for women because it cleans out your insides without actually going inside.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but her name is Jessica Lopez.
Okay.
She said, "Please recommend your doctor. I have been judged by my doctor for using spiritual medicine for such as Cambo and rape."
I did Cambo too. I have such an amazing story with Cambo. Look, you're doing the right thing. Going holistic. Like, why do you need a doctor? You're really figuring it out yourself.
That's
really.
That's what I said.
I have such an amazing story
He
with Cambo
can't prescribe you nothing that he can't charge you for. So everything else that you're doing apart is gonna look down upon. And that's what I'm trying to say, ladies. You have to learn your bodies. You really, really have to learn your bodies. You have to pay attention to them. You have to you have to do your self-exams. You don't need no one else touching you. You don't need to go and get another second opinion. We know, we can literally tell what's wrong or if something's wrong. But no, I'll get with you later. So I'll send you a direct message after the podcast, and, you know, I'll walk you through it. But as of right now, girl, I'm going to tell you to continue your path the way that you're doing it. If it's working for you, then that's what you're going to continue to do. Fuck what anybody else has to say. And I'm going to say that, like, again.
And if you just recently did Cambo, that's systemically healing you still, you know, because what was her name?
Jessica. With a Y?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
no, Yesenia.
Oh.
Yesenia. Sorry, my bad.
Yesenia.
I super butchered that, right?
wow.
I fucking love you.
Yesenia
I know who it is.
Lopez.
I fucking love you. I'm going to send you a direct message. Okay.
And if you've done
She
Cambo,
says thank you with the prayer
that's still gonna systemically work through your system for the rest of your life now. Really, now that you've integrated it into your system. So I have a really interesting story with Cambo. I actually just recently went and did that. It's called Cambo and Bufo. Cambo is and Bufo are both resin, or the poisonous resin from a frog, right? It's an indigenous frog. They come from Mexico. They come from all over the place, right? And it's a secretion that has scientifically been proven to clear things from systems or disease, addiction. So I had gone, and when I go to these retreats and I go to these places, I absolutely go with intention. You know, what are my intentions on what I'm trying to get out of myself, out of this medicine? And I wanted to give up drinking. I don't like drinking. I probably haven't been drunk in like 5-6 years. It was just like a social thing, and it was just something I really wanted to just let go of. Like, I don't feel like I need to do this socially, none of that. So that was one of my intentions. And after my Cambo ceremony, alcohol literally tastes like metal to me now. It like, or like, you know how when you get hit in the nose and that iron taste that you get?
That's like the worst taste.
It's
ever.
right. Any
That's
kind of
gross.
alcohol, wine, beer, liquor, anything, it makes me taste like, it's like my body immediately rejects it. And it was after I allowed that medicine to really, I don't know, do what it needed to do for me.
And plus, because you really wanted it.
Yeah. See, little burns. Beep, beep, beep.
I always be interested in your little, not little. I'm not gonna do what.
Vodka is one of the biggest ego killers, ego deaths that you'll ever experience in your life. Like, it just breaks you of everything. It's probably the closest feeling I've ever felt to God and to death, all in the same time. And oldest places on the planet, like oldest places on the planet, the stones there, like, were literally brought up by slaves from the ocean, and they're still there. They still can't practice certain religions. Like, it's crazy. It was the most beautiful experience of my life. And that's what started me to realize, like, wow, like, what the earth gives us, like, and how we heal. Because I was on the verge of, like, you know, a lot of stuff. And it completely brought me back to center and to want to learn and be able to share more about different things that we can do for ourselves to heal our brain, to heal our hearts, to heal our spirits, you know, your gut, your heart. So, cool shit.
Cool
Is
shit.
it pronounced holistic, right?
Yes, holistic.
Tom was like, what's the name of the holistic the doctor that Nipsey Hussle was promoting
Dr.
before
Sadie.
he was murdered?
Dr. Sadie. Yeah. His books are amazing. If you want to really learn about holistic stuff, I got him somewhere.
Her doctor, she told her doctor that she's in Campbell, and now she's getting referred to a cardiologist and such. It's her third time doing it. Campbell. So
Yeah.
now the doctor wants her to go to cardiologist.
Yes.
So you know that when your blood comes out and
Yeah.
like you taste the iron in the back of your throat,
Oh yeah.
that's how it tastes now. That's what it feels like now. What happened?
I'm just trying to see.
Oh, she's just over there monitoring what
Oh,
she's
okay.
doing. Because me and I still get like, what's going
I was
on?
like, what you doing? There?
I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, she was just saying no worries on butchering my name. It's like Jessica, but like yeah.
Oh, baby, we love you nonetheless. Because our fuck, yes, we're here.
I was like, I feel so bad.
I remember you had reached out to me, and you're like, do you know how to make this? And I was like, no. And you're like, but you can. And I was like, okay. And you're like, I need 3 of them. I was just like, okay. And that's what started, honestly, like, I had already been friends with you. We had came across each other a few times. I was a very different person.
Girl, you used to scare the shit out of me. I'm scared of her. Like, we've
Not like that. It's
come a
just-
long way, y'all.
It's because, like, when a person has no regard for life in general, yours, theirs, anything, it can become a very scary situation. Not for them, but for you and anyone around. Like I said, guys, I've come a very long way.
We've come such a long way.
Yes, we have.
I'm so happy we're family, we're friends now, you know?
And the reason I'm
We've been
gonna
friends
tell you,
my life, too.
This young woman right here is one of the people that saved me. And one of my darkest, I have to say, it's one of my darkest times. And I really, really didn't fucking know what to do or what I was gonna do. And I'm gonna honestly say, Miss Ciana, like when I say you saved me, like you saved me, bitch.
That's cool, I like that. I love that for you.
I love it that I'm still here because of you. That's how deep it goes, sweetheart.
You're supposed to get emotional.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, there's probably going to.
And,
when we speak of her story,
You know,
it's
she,
gonna be emotional.
I made her some waist beats. And I just made them with as much love as I could, and she still wears them to this very day. And, she goes, you want to try something? And I was just like, if it's going to make me, like, not feel the way that I am, Yes.
Oh no, it made you feel.
And she was like, yeah.
It's probably like, oh no, it's gonna make you feel it.
She's like,
And
she said shit. I was just like, like I had gone through some shit, I felt a lot of stuff, whatever. And she was just like, you ready? And then that's why I started calling her my spiritual cocaine. Because not only did she give me something that was sacred to her, she never left my side, guys. She never left my side. And in that straight moment, I felt so much relief and so much life. That's literally like...
What did I give you?
Spiritual cocaine. Do you want to elaborate before they think we're over here?
Absolutely.
And I call it spiritual cocaine because it is like no other experience. I mean, it takes you to another level of healing that it's insane. So go ahead and elaborate.
Okay, so what she's speaking of, it's an indigenous medicine called hape or rape. Hape or rape, but it's not rape, it's rape. And it's an indigenous snuff medicine from the land, from the earth, from bark, from different places. I import them back into the States. So I've brought some back from Brazil and from Mexico and different places in South America. And it's indigenous snuff that is cultivated by shamans, by healers, by metaphysical beings from these indigenous tribes. There's the Seri tribe. There's the Yucatans. There's so many tribes out here that are working with plant medicine, and so I facilitate that to people in need of it, or ones that I feel needed. And at the time, I knew she needed it. I knew that it would bring her back to where she needed to be, because hape is to ground, to clarify, to clear the fog out of your head, to be able to figure out your thoughts or things going on with yourself. And so that's what I did for her. Yeah.
And it was a crazy experience.
And everyone's experience is so different. Like I only facilitate it to people that I know need it. It's not
right.
It's not a drug. It's not.
Don't take when I say spiritual cocaine as something we're over here doing lines and shit like that. No,
it's a snuff.
Yeah,
but it's a ceremonial snuff. But every person's reaction is very different. Like I had a friend that she really wanted to, like, meat was making her very sick. Meat was making her very, very sick. And so when we go into these ceremonies, I make sure that you come in with intention, like this specific intention, right? And for her experience, she purged so much. She purged so much stuff, and after that, she didn't eat meat no more. Or like the meat that was making her sick. Like again, she felt it just, her body didn't need it anymore. So everyone's situation or everyone's journey with it is very, very different. Like, do you want to maybe elaborate on how your
my journey, the first one, because I've done it twice. So my first journey, like how I told you, I was in a very, very dark place. It was horrible. It was horrible, guys. It was fucking horrible. It was really dark. Like whatever. After that one, it kind of brought me back. I wasn't all the way back, guys. That's how far gone I was. Honestly, that's how far I was. And
murder.
So that experience for me, it actually allowed me not to be so angry, where I could actually process my thoughts now. It wasn't just wake up and see red. It was literally, okay, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Mm.
Like there's hope. Like, this isn't who you are, bitch. Like, this isn't. But
grounded you.
Yeah, it grounded me because like I said, I was all over the place. I've been through a lot, guys, and like I said, I take it like a grain of salt. And it was a very, very, very eye-opening experience the first time. The second time, when I cried out to you, I was just like, bro, like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And then that's when you showed up and you said, all right, let's get it done. And ever since then, I have not lost focus. Yeah, I'll stumble.
Not really, though. You want to get them.
Right, yeah, thank you. I've stumbled once or twice, but I've kept it pushing. And you are one of my biggest motivators. And like I said, I got to work with you. You know, I get to work with you on, you know, seasonal purpose.
Right.
We do taxes.
We do taxes. I don't want to pronounce that word wrong.
I self-administer, drop it on myself.
I love that for you.
It's amazing. We just became friends.
What's your name? I would like to connect with you, actually. I have sister circles here at my home. Jessica. Girl, you're the one that did Cambo, too?
Yeah.
Girl, we gonna be friends. So I have a friend.
I tagged her at her.
Facilitating.
Ooh,
okay, girl.
Okay.
I facilitate sister circles here at my home, and I want to start doing bigger ones and larger ones because I feel like so many people can learn from this, and you can attest to that. So I would love to be able to connect with you so we can start doing more of these type of things and being able to facilitate these type of things to women or even to men. Like I've also helped couples, you know, that just wanted to get a more like a better connection to each other. And
do you have any advice? I know this is cutting out because I'm a pervert. Do you have any advice like on, so like Viagra can be out the question and stuff like that? Do you have any kind of advice for like women that are trying to get their husbands back to how it used to be? Because like I said, we're not talking shit because women and men fall off. You know what I'm saying? It's just something. But is there anything, you know, because I had this question said to me like a while back. Like, is there anything that they can use or what?
So for men, there's a thing called Burr root. That and like a tea is more stimulating for a man. For women, yoni steams. Yoni steams are wonderful for your walls, for clearing out dead skin in your womb, tightening you up, different stuff like that. Because these are natural herbs that you steam, you know. You sit on a toilet, you sit on a little thing, you steam out your vag, and it's... And,
I mean, hey.
Girl, I do people together. I have a business plan. It's happening.
It's gonna happen.
I'm not gonna say too much about it, but I want to be able to bring collectives like me, like yourself, Yesenia, like other people that are wanting to be open to this. And I know so many healers and practitioners of, like,
you know, the Aztecs and, you know, villages, our ancestors, like, if they weren't being used in some way, shape, or form, I don't think this world would be producing it, because how the fuck did it get here? It had to have been placed here, right? For us to use. Because how else did it get there? I mean, I'm just saying, you are able to utilize the things around you. Because I'm going to be honest, some people cannot afford the right way to heal yourselves or to go to the doctor and shit like that. Some people don't have that. But you can go outside. You can go get a $3 pack from Food King of some fucking herbs and make that damn tea.
Make that tea and go sit outside and give your
and you just saved yourself. Yeah, you just saved yourself $3,500. Yeah. For them to tell you that you're depressed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, no shame on the professions of people, but I'd rather, because
that's not even correct anymore.
We're all different.
Right. Like,
and that's why I really just, you know, like I said, I know what I'm feeling, so I'm going to look it up. Now, if it gets severe, then I know that there are resources, and, you know, not all of them are bad, guys, because there are some people, like I said, I've stumbled across my doctor, a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful such, because I got kids to be here for. And that's what it really, really comes down to it. My daughters are learning to eliminate a lot of stuff from their diets. You know, my oldest daughter, she's more into the teas, into the herbs and shit. Monet with her fucking hippie ass. And I fucking love you.
Whenever she gets sick, she asks me for a hot toddy. She asked me to pray over her. She asked me to rub ginger and stuff on her chest. Like, I don't.
This one. Something hurts, Mom. Come here. Yeah. And I'm just like, all right.
So like Reiki practice is it's a healing hands, you know, and it's a practice where you, like, when we were kids, how did we heal ourselves? We hugged our mother. We got our mother's love.
Or the sana,
you know,
sana.
or the sana sana colita de rana. Like,
yeah,
you had hands placed on you. And so Reiki is another holistic practice that it's energy pulling just from hands, you know, just from energy, from spirit, like pulling from you.
And just the intention of healing.
Yeah, with the intention. The
just
specific intention of healing. And there's so many illnesses and things like that we can heal ourselves from the inside out. We just need to know how to shift through that in our mind and our spirit, and know how to use intention, know how to use manifestation, you know, because our words are spells. That's why it's called a spell.
Yes, ma'am.
Why we spell things out, like, because what we say and how we feel will come to fruition.
But that's your new business. You're going to be able to have somewhere for us to flock to, right?
Common Chaos Cafe.
Yeah. Wait for it, because it's already happening. It's about
duality, you know, like, you can't have calm without chaos, and you can't have chaos without calm, you know, and we all have to figure out how to balance our bodies out. Duality, feminine, masculine, good, bad, yin and yang, like,
and the acceptance of both, that
you are both, that you're always going to be both. That's that perfect duality. So you
can't be good or bad. There's not good and bad people. We're a little bit of both, but people don't like to admit that.
I'm really bad.
I'm so bad.
I'm an angel too. Raspberry.
I got an angel outfit. Bring it out. Right. But no, guys, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I wanted you guys to familiarize yourself with her, because she is gonna be doing some amazing things soon. And you know, anyone that's into the holistic medicine and the herbs and the intentions and manifestations and stuff like that, self-care, you know, self-love and all that shit, that shit's for reals, guys.
It really is.
It really is. It's just like, maybe because it's not understood, that's why it's laughed at. And that's why I don't take it to heart when people say things to me, or say, or like
that it's like pseudoscience,
or when they say, oh, you're a fucking, you know, witch because you do the fucking herbs and stuff like that.
Or I pray over
an altar. But it'd be crazy because these people be asking me for help, but then when it's done and over with, it's just like they're so amazed that they get scared because I just showed you that it was true. I don't understand why people do that. I've had a lot of
they're scared.
You know, I understand that. You know, I understand that for the non-understanding. Because I actually did an exorcism one time. Facts.
I was in Puerto Rico,
and it was some crazy shit.
I was in Puerto Rico, and we were just walking around this little place, and so dance is real. Like, when you move your sacral chakra. I was talking about it prior to going out, and like, it was interesting to talk about it, and then we go out and they see it happen. Like, oh shit! Like, so we're dancing, and she's telling me, like, please, like, ayúdame, and she falls on the ground, and I literally, like, I just start praying over her. My spirit just told me what to say.
Right.
You know, I didn't know what I was saying or why. Like, spirit just took over me. And I prayed over her, and I swear I felt this, like, energy come off of her. And you literally, like, saw her, like, fall back, and it was crazy. So she, like, runs away, right? And she gets her daughter.
Run away.
No,
run away.
She's like,
run away.
She's like, she's telling me thank you. And then she's like, I think she told me she'd be back. And so she comes back with her daughter. And she's telling me in Spanish, like, whatever you just did to help me, like, and I literally just danced with her. I was dancing with her. That was all I was doing.
Right.
And then I prayed over her. And it was her daughter. She's told me her daughter was in a really abusive relationship, and she was just trying to get her daughter away from this man. And the same thing happened with the daughter. It was crazy. And all I did was dance with them.
the power.
It's the power.
It's the power
intention
of intentions.
So, ladies, if you ever feel like, and this is just like a practice, if you ever feel like you have stagnant energy in your womb area or like just gut problems, turn on some music and dance like nobody's looking at you.
Turn into Shakira.
Move your hips. Move your hips and your womb. Just move it around in circles. Shake it. You know, that's going to shake up that chakra in you. And our womb is, for a woman, where all of our energy comes from.
Mm-hmm.
It's where our power comes from. It's where our creativity, our life force, like everything
happens with stagnant shit. Shit.
A body in motion stays in motion.
Yeah,
you know?
But what happens to stagnant water?
Gets muggy.
And what else?
Bacteria.
And what else? Fucking mosquitoes and larvae and shit. Just to come here because it's a mess. Who wants to be in that shit? I walk into her being smacked with the Bible, and when I walked in, and she was like 10. She was a 10-year-old little girl. My daughter was actually with me, and I walked in, and the first thing I said was, "Stop hitting him." Yeah. So they like kind of like, oh shit, and I was like, I need everyone to get out. I need everybody to get out. So I had everybody get out of the room. I told my daughter, whatever you hear, do not come in here. You know how hard that is for a kid when she's seen what's laying on that bed and how it's moving and how it's vocal.
And she just says, get out.
And I was, so I'm just like, and it was crazy because it was like a bed like this, kind of, sort of. And I got in the bed. I literally got in the bed and I hugged her and I pulled her close. And I was looking at her and like it was, bro, it was some crazy shit. And I kept saying her name and I kept telling her, like, come back to me. Like, I need you to come back to me. And it was some crazy shit. And then that's when I just looked at it and I was just like, this one doesn't belong to you. And then all of a sudden it looked at me like, the girl came back and she was just like, dude, who the fuck are you? And I was like, hello. She was like, I heard your voice. And I was just like, Fucking Boo Boo rushes in the room.
Some of us just have
Boo Boo rushes in the room.
Have it in them,
yeah, she thought that this little girl had me pinned up in the and went to work.
That's great. Some of us just have that.
Some of us just have it.
Spiritual thing.
And I think that's why we believe.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't acknowledge the laughing or the being made fun of and stuff like that, because we've actually encountered and experienced. We know what the fuck we're talking about. And so I think that's why I walk so nonchalant and I'm not embarrassed of my beliefs or or that I have this, even though people have taken pictures of my home and tried to shame me with other people. Bitch, it didn't work. And it's just my intentions are pure. I've always had pure intentions. You've seen everything that's been done to me, and my intentions are still pure. Because that's just what it is. I will not allow the actions of others to taint what really is inside. Not what y'all paint me to be.
Even now, like with my family, like I have no shame anymore.
None.
In telling my family, I do mushrooms, I smoke weed, but I don't drink. I'm not a shitty person. I have
business owner, an amazing friend, an amazing mother, an amazing daughter, always there when they fucking need her. You're over here, over responsible. You've taught me how much in life. You've saved my life. So what the fuck? Did that interfere with any of that?
None of it.
Fucking none of it.
None of it.
None of it. None of it. None of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all need to stop labeling the people that do it for extracurricular activities, and you guys are stereotyping the rest of us that are really trying to help people.
Because, it's easy to abuse it. But
of course. But that's not our intention.
Actual plant medicine, no. You can't use it. Like mushrooms,
but I think people get confused with it, because everything that they see.
You might go somewhere way too far, but that's probably because you needed to.
I remember I tried that shit when I was 17 years old with my big brother.
Right,
and
you needed to.
And I was going into the wall, and he was eating the cereal box upside down. It was an amazing experience. My cousin was playing on the fucking thing, and he's like, hey, you guys want to, this was him, bro. He's like, hey, you want to go for a cruise? And I'm like, where? He's like, you're in the emergency room? Jay AJ, you remember that shit? You remember that shit when you were all fucking playing the game and stuff, and then you're just like, hey guys, you guys want to go on a cruise? And we're like, where? And then yeah. And then my fucking brother, he's all fucking eating the cornflakes, fucking boxes upside down. I don't know where the fuck he thinks he's getting it, and I'm like this, and I'm going like this into the wall.
Right. So when I was younger and I did, mushrooms, I had no intention.
Right.
My only intention was to feel like
Ruby.
to get psychedelic, but now that I'm an adult and now that I'm in my metaphysical being, that I'm more responsible,
right?
I have way more intention on my life. I don't do it to get the hallucination. I microdose often, and it's not it's not even a lot, but it's not even to hallucinate. It's to open up your eyes a little more. Us as humans, on a natural state, we only use anywhere from like 11 to 13% of our brain capacity, right? So it's scientifically proven that mushrooms, even a small microdose, it allows us to open our brains up to way much more than fucking 13%, 20%, 25%. Just imagine how much people would be capable of. I talk about it. I don't care if you know that I do mushrooms, like I do, and it really opened up my mind and see myself for who I am, see other people for who they are, allow myself to shift through emotions. I'm usually a very monotone person, and it allows me to feel emotions, to feel anger, to feel sadness, to feel happiness, when sometimes I'm not able to I don't know how to cope with those things, and it allows me to. And so now I'm at a much anytime I do any kind of holistic medication, even when I smoke, I pray over my weed, because it's more intentional. It's not just I'm doing this to get high as shit.
That's why when people,
and it's like it's not.
When people smoke with me, they're just like, dude, it's not. No, bro, because this is my medicine. Yeah. I'm not ingesting it for your intentions of getting fucked up. Yeah. I'm ingesting it with my intentions to continue to stay alive. Intentions are real, guys. Because if you've been around me, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Arlette's on here. She said, hey, I'm here late, but here, LOL, I got caught up with work. She said, I have been wanting to microdose mushrooms. I've been watching so many documentaries about the benefits, and I want to try it.
Let's do it.
And I've seen you function perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine.
Perfectly fucking fine.
Because it's not about, like, me wanting to get, like, high or hallucinated. It's not that at all.
It's just your intention of it is already there when you take it. So that's what's about to happen. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Intentions are real. Intentions, manifestations, your words. People make fun of me. I will not say good morning. I say great risings, even on happy birthdays. People are like, why are you saying that? Because I can. I try and speak as much life as I can.
Because your words are power.
Yes, very much so. I try and speak as much life into people as I can. If I know that you're having a bad day or you just need someone to talk to and stuff like that, like, I'm pretty much always there, guys. I'm pretty much always there. How much time we got, boo-boo? Why? What are you doing over there? Oh, she's writing her intentions.
Yeah, I've been live for 56 minutes.
Okay.
So almost an hour.
Cool shit.
All right. Is there anything else that you would like to tell them? Anything else where you'd like to direct them, or just tell them to be patient, or what's going on?
Her name that sounds like Jessica. How do you pronounce her name?
Jessica.
She said, "Right on."
Right on.
I mean, if you're wanting to experience Hop 8, I only give it to those that are in need. I don't charge for the service. I just ask that you give it the full intention and power that it deserves. There's so many avenues in your areas, in your cities, like even like yoga. Go take a yoga class. Go just meditate. And meditation is literally just sitting in silence. Just sitting in silence. Allow your brain to shut the fuck up. Right? Allow your brain to shut the fuck up. Shit. Go hug a tree.
Yeah.
say have the trees?
They're chopping all of our trees down. That's why it's global warming. It's fucking like 112 degrees at midnight now, and we live in the desert.
Dude, it's been 100+ degrees for over 50
Dude,
days
how
now.
many? What? When I got in my car to drive over here, it said 121 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, who is that 121?
Like, for people to think that global warming isn't real,
No, we don't have no more trees. We're dying.
But the world has already ended before. We're just living on what was left.
Pretty much, I think. Yeah,
We're living in
What
a
did you
simulation.
just say?
Huh?
What did you just say?
That the world has
That's my kid.
yes, but you know, I feel if you follow, you know, good practices and I don't know,
We're gonna make it to the other side.
don't be a shitty ass person.
Don't
you
be a
know?
dick.
Did you know that there's like 10 billion people?
1969. I have a screenshot.
And then my friend has a picture in her phone that it said it was in 2006. She wasn't born yet. She was born in
She wasn't
2008.
born yet, bro.
And there's a picture of a reptile's
reptilian.
eye.
It's this big, so it's like a
You
fucking
know, all
reptilian
kinds of
eye.
Mandela effects and shit like that.
You know, it was on some weird shit.
Simulation.
We are gonna have this conspiracy theory
Man.
episode. If you would like to be a part of that,
There's gonna be like a panel.
I mean, I can fuck it up.
That'd be fun.
You know, I can do conspiracy theories and I can do the lames on this side. I'm just playing. You're not lames just because you have different beliefs, but y'all be
Oh,
making
the ones
fun
that
of
don't
us.
believe, right?
Yeah.
Right. The ones.
Those lames,
Like,
it is
give
what
me,
it is.
give me,
They're
give me the
lames.
facts. Since you don't believe, give me the facts.
Right. So, is there anything else that you would like to tell these people other than to take their microdoses and don't be a shitty person?
No.
Fucking love you, Ciana.
Maybe do your research. You know, we're not saying like all medical stuff can be healed by plant medicine. Not everything can.
I would
So
Just
say
figure out
do
what works for
research,
you.
And there's so many
Instead
different
of
avenues of
judging-
things that can work for people. Like
Who
there's
said instant
there's
judgment?
No, I
meditation.
said to do
There's
their research instead of judging first.
There's
Okay.
reflexology, there's sound medicine, there's plant medicine, there's acupuncture, there's
I did acupuncture.
yes.
It was weird.
There's everything out there for somebody.
There's always something out there for everyone that's not from fucking big pharma. That's the biggest thing. Like
Find
fuck
what
big
works for
pharma.
you. Find what works for you.
You know.
And just a
we keep
little,
our safe home.
right. And just a little piece of advice. Look for the stuff that they can't tax or bottle up. And that's
Probably the best bet for you.
probably the best bet,
If it
guys.
came from the ground and it was grown, probably good for you.
I like the way that sounds. If it comes from the grounds, I like the way that sounds.
Yep.
All right, well, be on the lookout. She has her new business venture popping off soon. I hope some of this or all of it was educational for you guys. But hey, we were here to talk, chop it up. It was what the fuck it was.
We're about to go do spiritual cocaine.
We're about to go do some spiritual cocaine because I feel at this point in time I need some grounding in my life. It's been a little chaotic, I'm not gonna lie, but I show up every day and I'm here, and that's the most important thing about it. Like I said, find what works for you and continue to do so. She's what works for me. My beliefs is what works for me. My intentions are what works for me. Works statistics. I feel like I'm doing the statistics again. But just find what works for you and fuck it up.
Fuck it up.
I appreciate you guys tapping in. This is our first daytime live podcast,
This is fun.
right? I fucks with y'all. Tomorrow we do have our special guest, two-time Dirty. We will be talking.
in Puerto Rico.
Right. I saw that.
He saw that
I'll
shit
be there
happen.
next year. I knew
he
he was.
saw-
Yeah, I'll be there
You
next
saw
year.
that shit happen. Like, Dirty, you saw that shit happen
Yeah.
in Puerto Rico. Like, it was crazy. There was
Right.
some spiritual shit happening. Some spiritual shit
Well,
happening.
you know what's
like,
going on tomorrow with him?
No.
Anime and tacos.
Oh, that's nice.
We're gonna be making tacos
I
and
want some
talking about
tacos.
anime.
Can I
You can
just
pull
come
up.
in?
Yeah, you can
I
fucking
just
pull up.
want to eat tacos.
You can fucking pull up if you
Right
want
now?
to. No.
Oh,
The fuck? We're doing that Bonnet's house.
okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, you know what I mean? Hold on.
You are going
Brent's
to
house is
love
pretty
it there.
motherfucking bigger.
Have you been to
You know
my
what,
house?
sir? I'm probably gonna use your house, not gonna lie. But
She needs to go to my nice house. She needs to see the plants.
no, she has on
Where
my
are my
plants.
plants?
She has on my that's another fucking issue. Another sister decided she wanted to call the police on my babies. But we're live. The world turns as it turns. We'll have an episode as sisters turns into snakes. that will be a later on down the road. Yeah, sisters. That
Oh, I
turn
can't
into
wait for
snakes.
that one.
I can't wait for that
one.
And guess what
Yeah.
I'm doing on that one?
Can't nothing to do with nothing.
Tell me what they
Anywho. Positivity. See?
Right.
See, look. That one right there. Look. Right there. Was a perfect example that a person can still be healed, but can still want to fuck shit up. It's completely normal, guys. On your healing process, you're never going to be completely healed. You're never, ever going to be completely healed. Because I will pray, intentions, manifest, be a good person daytime, but piss me off and catch me on the right motherfucking day. We got time today.
What'd you do, Ciana?
Gang member.
Another good practice before we go is writing shit down. Write shit down and burn it. Give it back to the universe.
You know what I do? I write shit on a plate and then break it.
I still can't break
It's gonna be
nothing.
part of.
Look, my girl's about to give everyone so many outlets to healing. It's not even going to be considered healing. It's just going to be amazing. It's going to be fucking amazing because everything about her is fun.
I'm gonna have
Ciana.
burn sessions. I'm gonna have fucking rage sessions. I'm gonna have
Everything.
But the thing is, the important
If your
part
kids
is,
want to play with slime and throw it all over the
It's
fucking
in the
place.
back.
because maybe they had a bad day.
Right. Maybe your kid had a
It's
bad
a
day and wanna come and
place
break
of
up a piñata.
it's a place of understanding and acceptance, and I love that for you. I cannot wait to go and break my first item because I've never broken anything.
And you never broke it when I told you to go break some shit. I said, go break some shit.
I'm not a violent person.
I'm not a violent person either.
Yeah. Wrap it up.
Why?
We're supposed to end it already. I fucks with y'all. The Bonnet Chronicles. We fucking with it, whether you are or not. I
Love you,
y'all.
Auntie Chantel.
I'll see
Love you,
tomorrow.
Margaret.
So tomorrow we have dirty and tacos, and then I have trap savvy. You saw my cool little flyer I made, right? Yeah, photo grid, gang. What's it called? So yeah. So no, if you want to do something, get it done. Prime example right here. I make my own graphics. I make everything. Photo grid, guys. Copy and paste. Like, I don't know what else to tell you guys. Just be.
Arlette says
Just be
perfect.
amazing.
Lonnie wants to go to a rage room.
She's going. She's gonna go. We're going.
I'm very proud of Lonnie's journey as well.
Yes, she's doing
That
good
one
in her
right there.
classes.
Auntie Chantel says love y'all.
I love you, sister. I interview her on Friday. I'll be at the location, Dreadful Things at Pumping Ink. I'll be at that location on Friday. I'll be at Chit Chat on Thursday.
See Chit Chat, what it looks like.
It's not what it was. It's not what it was. But if you want to step out,
Some old puppies.
No,
Like,
but for real, I
back
do give
dude,
Lonnie.
we the whole building.
Love you,
Or
Arlette.
Yeah, when I had we had the whole and outside.
Yeah, it's not that no more.
No.
Ah.
No, but it's very nice. I'm not even gonna lie. The new and improved Chit Chat, pull up, do what it is. All right, I fuck with y'all. We're about to do some amazing shit.
Raspberry.
Raspberry.